Hey everybody, it's Luke over at Galaxy Tech Review, and today I've got a product from Retroid. This is the Retroid Pocket 5 retro gaming console based on Android 13. Came out late last year, but I'm going to go over everything from unboxing to gaming on this and show you why I think this is still the mid-range budget option king of retro gaming consoles in 2025. We're going to dig into it now, and I'll be right back. First thing I'd like to say is a thank you to WhatGeek.com for sending me this review unit to test out and review for you. They've got everything from game consoles, keyboards, NAS devices, other computer peripherals. Go check them out. They currently have a back-to-school sale for 13% off their entire website, and you'll have a link in the description below. And thanks again for WhatGeek for sending me a review unit to review for everyone here today. Okay, so what came in the box here? I got the box with the Retroid Pocket 5, and I also got a Retroid branded carry case here. It's a nice hard shell zipper case, but we're going to open this on up and show you exactly what comes in the box. Now, we do get a glass screen protector here and a cleaning cloth, so you do get that in the box if you're going to be using that. Of course, we get the Retroid Pocket 5. I got the black color, and there's a reason why I got the black color, and I'll explain that to you. As you can see, this black color kind of blends in with the screen, so you don't really see the screen edges as much on smaller content. They also include a user's manual here, and there are several different things like button layouts and of course your system parameters, which I'll have up on the screen here, and you can come back at this point in the video at any time if I miss anything, and you can come back and check out all the specs on the Retroid Pocket 5. And last but not least, in the box, we do get a charge cable and data cable. This is going to be a USB Type A to USB Type C, and the unit itself supports up to 27-watt charging. They do not include a charger, so you will have to use one of your own. Taking a look at the actual device itself, we've got a 5.5-inch AMOLED display here. We do have our Hall effect joysticks. Button and D-pads are nice. L1 and R1, L2, R2 are up at top, of course. You do have a spot for a micro SD card, a plug-in for power, and a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. You do have active cooling with this, so you do have a fan inside, of course, and two front-firing speakers as well. Overall, pretty nice design here, very pocketable. We'll get into that in just a few moments as well, and we'll take a look even deeper into the Retroid Pocket 5. Now that I've had a chance to set this up, there are a few things that you notice right off the bat. Again, that 5.5-inch AMOLED display is super bright, vibrant colors. You can see here that we can use our built-in joysticks to move around the Android 13 based system here. You do have that BAYX output here, and we can change that, and I'll show you that in a little bit as well. Dual front-firing speakers here, your volume control and power up top. You do have nice joysticks being Hall effect. You're not going to have to worry about stick drift too much, that type of thing. And of course, your overall package, just being able to pocket this is something that is a really nice thing. So even with the grip case, as you see here, I can fit this into regular shorts pocket, no problem. Even without the grip, it would be even more pocketable. But it definitely passed the pocket test, being able to just kind of throw this in your pocket and take with you. It's very borderline. If it was any bigger, it probably wouldn't be pocket size, but it passes. Speaking of the grip case, it's probably a almost must purchase for this device. Not to say that the ergonomics are really bad on the Pocket 5, but this just adds extra cushion for your hands while you're playing it, so your thumbs don't feel so cramped with the thumbsticks being both at the bottom there, that type of thing. It snaps right on. It's very nice. There are 3D printable options out there, but I just opted to grab the one from Retroid, and you can see that it fits perfectly and makes gaming sessions much more comfortable. So just something to think about if you have larger hands or are going to be playing for longer periods of time. Get some sort of grip for this and your hands will thank you. Now, of course, this is based on Android 13, so we have full access to the Google Play Store. We do have some apps, default apps like Chrome and other Google apps. Going through settings, it's very much a vanilla Android experience here. If we take a look all the way at the bottom, we can see about the console. Of course, this is the Retroid Pocket 5. The processor is a Qualcomm Snapdragon 865. You do have 128 gigabytes of internal storage and 8 gigabytes of memory. It is based on Android 13 here, so not obviously the newest Android, but totally fine, and I don't have any issues with it whatsoever. Now, of course, when you first get this does not come with any ROMs or an SD card or anything like that. You're going to have to download and set this up on your own. This is not really a setup review here, but you can see some of the basic ones that come installed with the device to get you running, like RetroArch, and a few other ones are easily obtainable through the setup with the Retroid launcher. We'll take a look at that in just a few seconds. On the brightest settings here, they say it can get up to 500 nits. You're not going to have too much trouble reading this outdoors. As you can see, it gets extremely bright. Now, Retroid has included their own launcher here, so if you want to use their launcher, you can. There are other third-party options out there as well, such as Daisho or ESDE, or several other ones that you can get on the Play Store. This one is built into the system and allows you to download emulators right from here, and then you can configure those and add your ROMs, and off you go. So it's nice that they have it built in, and it's not a bad launcher. But I prefer to use something else. If we hit this download button here, you can see that there's 32 different platforms, everything from, Atari, Game Boy, NES, Neo Geo, PS1, PS2, Super NES, Virtual Boy, Wii, WonderSwan, everything in between. These are all here, and you can download all of them, and it will download these through the launcher, and then you can go in and set them up if you want to. And most of them are going to be controlled through RetroArch as their main platform, which is okay and fine for most setups, but it's nice to have your own emulators or multiple emulators as well, so that you can go through and check out what you like. Now, I like ESDE Emulation Station, and you can get this for a few extra dollars and on their Patreon. And this has a really nice front end to it. And I've got mine set up here, everything from 3DO, Android games, natively, Atari, Capcom Play System, MAME for arcade games, everything in between, Nintendo 64, NES, GameCube, Super Nintendo, Nintendo Wii, we've got Scum VM, we've got Dreamcast, Sega Genesis, a Master System, Neo Geo, PlayStation 1 and 2, PSP, and more. And you can add even more to this, but this is what I've got set up on mine at the moment. Very easy to go through and just start something up if you want to. There's customizable themes with ESDE as well, so this is really why I kind of prefer it. But it's easy to just grab something and go right here, and it looks very console-like. Now in settings, you can go in and set your performance from standard to performance to high performance, and this is going to adjust things. You can also set up your joystick lighting as well. And as you do that, you can see that we have a way to change the colors on either joystick or both joysticks, adjust the brightness. You can use the color picker wheel to use whatever you would like as far as colors go, and you can adjust the saturation as well. So I can make one joystick one color, the other one another color, or both the same color. I kind of like white, so that's what I've made mine. I know it's kind of bland, but you can make it any color that you would like through the setup right here in Android. You can also control your controller style and fan here as well. Fan has a quiet, smart, and a sport mode. I usually just leave mine on smart mode. As far as controller style, you can use Xbox Retro, which is going to switch that B and A button, you know what I mean, if you want to have it that Xbox style. And I kind of like using it in the Xbox style because as we use other things like cloud gaming or other things, it's just going to be easier for me to have it in Xbox style than retro. Again, having a full access to the Play Store is also an awesome perk for this because you can add other things in here as well, not just games, but pretty much anything you want. Say you want to watch movies, you can add in Netflix and you can watch a movie on here, and with that 5.5-inch AMOLED display, movies look excellent. So if you just wanted to kick back and watch a movie, you could easily do that here with anything on the Google Play Store. I'm just using Netflix as an example, but you can see with that AMOLED display, we get those inky blacks, we get those nice vibrant colors, and it just looks excellent on the screen. So using this as a media consumption device is definitely in the cards as well. Okay, so the Snapdragon 865, what can it handle? It can handle pretty much anything. You've got anything from like arcade classics here, as you can see, Food Fight, using the MAME or RetroArch emulator with the MAME emulator. Works excellent, no problems, and you'll see why I picked the black model over the other colored models is that if there are black bars on the right or left hand side of the screen, they kind of just blend into the console, which is excellent. So other things that this can do, we're just going to show you some examples. Here's the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time using the MAME 64 emulator for N64. This will run no problems. Again, with 4x3 content, I don't really mind the black bars on the right or left hand side because it kind of blends right into the console. Here we've got the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess GameCube version on Dolphin emulator, running at a solid 30 frames per second. Now, if you need any settings for any of these games that you see me playing here, you can just leave a comment. I'll try to respond. But this is more of an overview of what you can achieve with this device, not a setup guide or anything like that. If there is enough interest, I will most definitely add a setup guide for certain emulators or settings if you guys want. But overall, this looks excellent again in 4x3 on the GameCube, running at that solid 30 frames per second. So if you're a fan of GameCube, you're not going to have any problem with GameCube games at all. Now, I know I'm jumping back and forth here with different platforms, so they're in no particular order, but this is Earthworm Jim on Super Nintendo using the RetroArch 64 emulator, and this works out very, very nicely. Again, no problems playing legacy console games here. It's not going to be an issue for the Snapdragon 865 or the Retroid Pocket 5 at all. Moving on, we've got Super Mario Bros. Wii on the Dolphin emulator, and this runs at a solid 60 frames per second. So your Wii games are going to be playable on here, no problems as well. And again, look awesome on this screen. You can use widescreen patches to fully fill the screen here, and it looks excellent. I don't have any issues with this. It works great. Have a great time playing some Super Mario on this console. Next up, we've got Cuphead on the Eden emulator for the Secret Console. This runs at a solid 60 frames per second on the Eden emulator. It's an easier to emulate game for the Secret Console. And this works out really, really nicely. Overall, no problems whatsoever with Cuphead. So you can definitely do some Secret Console games on this as well. Here's another example. This is Firewatch on the Eden emulator for the Secret Console. And this runs very, very well, and it looks excellent. I don't know if the camera will do it justice, but this looks excellent on this 5.5-inch AMOLED display. No slowdowns here, no hiccups. Firewatch works great on the Eden emulator for the Secret Console. Okay, we've got God of War for the PS2 using Nether SX2 emulator at a 2.5x upscale. This works really great, sticking very close to that 60 frames per second there. Kind of dropping a little bit. You could drop this to 2.0 upscale, but 2.5 is very playable, no problems whatsoever. Sticking in the 50 to 60 frames per second, no problem right out of the box. So this is God of War 2 for a PlayStation 2, and it works really, really well. And the Pocket 5 works really great for all PlayStation 2 games. So if you're a big fan of PlayStation 2, it's going to pretty much run every PlayStation 2 game that you can throw at it. Next up, we have God of War Chains of Olympus on the PPSSPP emulator at a 4x rendering, 1080p for your PlayStation Portable. So all your PlayStation Portable games obviously are going to work here. Locked in at a solid 60 to 61 frames per second. As you can see in the upper right-hand corner, no issues at all playing PSP games here on the Retroid Pocket 5 as well.
I must return fire!
Now, of course, this being an Android device, we can always run native Android games. Here is Life is Strange, native Android game. You can download it on the Play Store, and it plays just fine, no problems whatsoever. Very fluid, looks awesome. The art style in this game has always been really, really awesome, and it looks great. The colors pop on this screen, and the Retroid Pocket 5 churns through this, no problems whatsoever.
She looks so hopeful and pretty. I wonder what happened to her.
Thank you.
This day has been so insane. Everything is happening too fast. And none of it makes any sense. These visions, this power. I keep expecting to wake up one more time. I better read Warren's text before he blows my phone up.
Next up is a PUBG Mobile, again, native Android game here. You can play this pretty much all maxed out. No issues whatsoever, running a solid 60 frames per second. You can see that there's little tags all over my screen, and this is setting up the controls to work with the touchscreen. It does take a little bit of finagling to do, but it's easy to do using the device setup that you have with the Retroid Pocket 5. You can actually map buttons to areas of the screen so that you can use the setup here, no problems with games like PUBG Mobile. So this is excellent if you are a fan of PUBG Mobile and you want to check it out. You just have to map your buttons to the on-screen controls, and I haven't even mapped all of mine, just some basic ones to do some gameplay here, but it works out really, really well. And overall, PUBG Mobile runs excellent on this device. You know, if you're looking for something like PUBG Mobile or Call of Duty, things like that, they're going to work really great on the Snapdragon 865 with 8 gigs of RAM.
Oh man, I thought there was something there.
If you want to get into PC games, and yes, I mean full PC games, you can use a GameHub or Winlater. I'm using GameHub here. This is going to be the full Tomb Raider PC game on GameHub, the full PC version. This is not game streaming. which you can of course also do. But you can play full PC games through GameHub or Winlater as well, and the Retroid Pocket 5 plays these pretty well for full PC games. As you'll see here with the Tomb Raider, I can get a solid 30 to 40 frames per second playing this at 720p, and you'll notice that the frame counter is at the bottom of the screen. So check this out. And here we have the PC version of Red Dead Redemption on GameHub running at 720p, and you can get 30 to 40 frames per second on this game as well, which I was excited about because this is a game in the past that I've really enjoyed. So there you go. This is turning out to be one of the longest reviews and unboxings that I've done on the channel, but the Retroid Pocket 5 kind of deserves it for the sheer amount of things that it can do. It's a media consumption device, a full Android device. It can play and emulate so many retro systems for its size and price that it just makes it stand out as one of the best mid-range options of retro consoles in 2025. Now you might ask yourself, why wouldn't I just buy a controller, strap that to my phone, and away I go? Now you can do that, but this has built-in fans for cooling, which is going to keep the CPU in check from overheating and throttling, and it also has the controls built right in. So I prefer to have it all in one device. For the price, if you're going to get a high-end controller, you're going to be paying about half the price of this device anyway, so it makes some sense. So there you go, that's my rather long unboxing and review of the Retroid Pocket 5, and we didn't even touch on using game streaming such as GeForce Now or Xbox Game Pass or any of the other things that you can do, that this also handles very, very well. The sheer amount of systems and consoles that this can actually play very well is overwhelming and definitely worth your money, in my opinion. The screen, the build quality, and everything on the Retroid Pocket 5 is top-notch, and I'm definitely giving it a thumbs up. This was Luke from Galaxy Tech Review. I hope you enjoyed my review, and I'll check you guys out on the next one.